K9RFD
N9DLB, K9RFD, oh Dave.
Hey, Miss Debbie, check me out early on the phone net, will you?
Okay, Dave, we'll do. We'll put you down. You said 738. Have a good evening. K9RFD.
9DLB.
K9RFD, all stations. I will be calling the Friday Night Fun Net exactly 4 minutes at 8 o'clock. Repeating, I'll be calling the Friday Night Fun Net in exactly 4 minutes at 8 o'clock. This is K9RFD, of course. Stand by for the net. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the Friday night fun net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located in Freeport. I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, have fun. It's what this hobby rap radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is providing an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is appeal 114.8 plus. All set. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. I am happy to report that Mike, KD9MED, is live streaming this net on the internet and recording it on the Friday Night Fun Net Central the Facebook page. Later during the net, I'm going to have an announcement concerning that. So, okay. If you're on the 6th, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get to it due to conditions or you're too far away from it, you don't have internet access. You can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central hotline, area code 815-232-FNFN. 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check in on the radio first. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short time on mobile stations. If you have family time or something going on, you'd rather watch, you got a favorite TV show or movie you'd rather watch, or if you're just passing through and you're just, you just rather concentrate on your driving, I'll take your short time on mobile check-ins. If you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. Then next, we'll take general check-ins. We'll take general check-ins from anywhere in the region. Okay, then we'll do our regular features. Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all volt, APRS, FT8, or DMR, GMRS. If you have any technical questions you'd like to bring before the net, please bring them before the net. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Then we'll do the Friday Night Fun Net contest / DX corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? If you did, we'd like to hear from you. Then we'll have our swap net. You have the items buy, sell, trade, or want relate to hobbies or amateur radio or computer, we'll do that. I am not going to have a topic this week. I've decided we're just going to, we'll just be just a regular round table. You want to bring up something before the net, go ahead. We'll see what we can do. Okay, at this time, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short time at mobile stations you'd like to check in?
K9GCR, this is KD9QVB, Brian and Roscoe. No traffic, short time.
KD9QDB, Brian and Roscoe. Haven't heard from you in a quite a while. I think this is the first time we've heard you this year. Okay, Brian. Hey, thanks for checking in. Tell me you have a good evening. And got a good signal tonight. Are there any more short time on most stations you'd like to check in? Please call now.
Good evening, Jim and the Net. This is AH2I, Alpha Hotel 2 India, checking in. I got a quick question for you, Jimmy, if I may.
AH2I, Brad Roberts, the brains behind the Friday Night Fun Net. Go over your question, Brad.
Thank you, kind sir. Are you going to note the passing of Tom AI9R tonight? Because I've got a little tidbit of information that's not on his obit that I can add to it.
Yes, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to do this after I get done with the check-ins. It's good that you have some information, because all I know about is when I That's how I found about last week from John, K9RFD. We checked on the phone. I didn't know anything about it. So, yes, I will definitely do a tribute to him. If you have any comments about him, go ahead. We'll do this after we get done with checking.
Roger that, Jim, and we'll be looking for it. AH2I. Thank you.
You're welcome, Brad. Thanks for taking it. We'll get back to you in a few minutes here. Any more short-time remote stations with Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, no more short-time remote stations. We'll now take general check-ins. From anywhere in the region, we'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call K9GCR.
KC9RGG.
K9RGG. Okay, Norm, Norfolkville, Wisconsin. Got you checked in, Norm. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9COB, Mark in Loves Park.
KD9 Victor Bravo X-Ray, Erica in Janesville, Wisconsin. Hi, Jimmy.
Okay, KD9COP, Mark and Robert have got you checked in. One of the new kids on the block. Got you checked in, Mark. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. Erica, KD9VBS. Hello to you, Erica. I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for the roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Now, there was another station trying to check in at the same time Erica was. Other station, come back, please.
K9ZIP, Joe in Janesville.
K9ZIP, Joe in Janesville. I've got you checked in, Joe. I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9YBG, Dale.
KD9YBG, Dale and Robert have got you checked in. Dale, I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for taking in. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Whiskey 9, Whiskey Bravo Bravo, Stephen Rockford.
W9WBB, Steve and Robert got you checked in. Steve, I'll get back to you in a few minutes for the roundtable. Thanks for taking in. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9MED.
This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. KD9MED, Kerry and Rockford. The Duke of Digital DX. Kerry, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
And 9BWM, Bruce in Rockford.
And 9BWM, Bruce and Rockford got you checked in. Bruce, are you okay? Sounds like you're under the weather.
No, I'm fine, Jimmy.
Okay, Bruce, sounds good. I got you checked in. We'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KE9CNS, Doug in Rockford.
KD9CNS, Doug in Rockford, one of the other new kids on the block, along with the Mark KD9COB. Doug, you got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. One more time. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is with the deepest regret that I announce the passing of Tom AI9R. I only found out about this last Friday night during the net when John, KD9RFD Repeater, called me on the phone. He told me about it. I didn't know anything about it. Okay, Brad at AH2I, would you like to, you had some information about him. Would you like to pass along, please?
Okay, yeah, good evening, Jim and the net. I wanted to mention that a few things about Tom. I did know him, and I remember that some of the different things that he was involved in. I know he was retired from the U.S. Air Force, and later on he got involved in U.S. Air Force Mars radio. Career-wise, I know that he did a lot of security officer type jobs, and I remember him showing up once, let me break, at a field day when he cruised over in the Rockford then College, now University, security squad back probably 25 years ago. And I know he worked at UPS doing security there for a cell and even FedEx, I think. Yeah, I think he did. His entire family were ham operators. And let me give that information here. He was preceded in death, of course, by his wife Bonnie, KB9 November Bravo Echo NBE. Also his brother John, who's also a military veteran, November 8 X-Ray Tango Alpha N8XTA, and of course his father, his brother's name was John, by the way. Also his father John was W Whiskey Bravo 8 Hotel Victor Whiskey. Used to list him on the 146805 805 repeater. That was Herb Eckstein, now also Silent Key K9AMJ super system, because it was linked on multi-bands. I know that it also listed, of course, he was also a Saturn member, Salvation Army Team Emergency Radio Network. He had checked into some various Skywarn nets throughout the years, of course, off and on. He was a spotter. That's what I wanted to report on him. But yeah, he was a really friendly guy and very sociable, and added a lot of humor and stories to the atmosphere for sure, in a very good, positive way. So that's what I have for you, Jimmy, and he'll be missed. KC9GCR from AH2I.
He will definitely be missed for sure, Brad. I'll tell you what, this has not been a good year for ham radio operators passing away. We lost Eric, N9 and MCS, and we also lost a few other ones who passed away this year. Okay, thanks for bringing us that information, Brad. Anybody else have any more comments about the passing of Tom AI9R? Okay, for those of you who are new to the Friday Night Fun Net, whenever a ham radio operator passes away, we do a tribute and a 1 minute all keys down moment of silence. This originally started back in when Diana White, N9I, used to do the old Monday night Rockford area at the 2 meter net on the 6-1 repeater. Whenever a ham radio operator passed away, she would do a 1 minute all keys down moment of silence in that person's honor. When Brad and I started the Friday Night Fun Net back in 2008, we decided to keep this tradition going. In fact, the very first net we did, that was when Gene Harlan passed away. We did a tribute to him. At this time, we are now going to do a 1 minute all keys down moment of silence in honor of Tom AI9R, and I'm going to do a last call in his honor. We'll now do a 1 minute all keys down moment of silence. AI9R, AI9R, K9 GCR. Alpha India 9 Romeo, Alpha India 9 Romeo, K9 GCR. Nothing heard. K9 GCR be clear. Tom, it's been a pleasure knowing you. We'll say 7-3s. I know you're at that great ham radio station in the sky where the DX is always good. 7-3s. We miss you along with all your entire family. We're ham radio operators. May you rest in peace. This is K9 GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. We just did a tribute, a 1 minute all keys down moment of silence, and a last call in memory, in honor of Tom AI9R. Okay, may you rest in peace. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway.
Report to me about a mile west here. Be short timer.
Okay, I got 2 stations checked in. KD9MED, Kurt and Roscoe have got you checked in, and Bob, N4WGN, you're in Freeport about a mile west of me. Checked in short time. Okay, Bob, maybe we'll catch you on the 3-9 repeater later on this scene. We'll see what happens. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations I want to check before I get to Kurt, KD9MED? Okay, Kurt, KD9MED, what is going on with you?
Oh, I'm working on an external VFO for a Kenwood 520. I got the radio done, but it has also an additional...
This is K9 GCR, the Friday Night Fun, the K9RFD Repeater Robert. Kurt, during you just started your transmission, when the repeater ID'd, and when it stopped IDing, the repeater timed out. Would you like to repeat your last traffic, if you would, please?
Okay, no problem. I'm just finishing working on an external VFO unit for a Kenwood 520S. The radio's done. I finished all that. And I'm just working on changing some light bulbs and just tuning up the external VFO. But my question was, if Kerry is still on frequency, I wanted to mention something to him.
Sure, go ahead.
Kerry, are you still listening?
This is KD9MED.
Hey, Kerry, I wanted to mention to you, your article that you wrote for the Hamrag, I found not only interesting, but just a very, very excellent written article.
Well, thanks. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Thanks, Kurt. Thanks. I'm really vain about my writing, so I'm glad you liked it. I've got a lot to learn, and I've found a lot better references since I wrote that article. So cross off that list of references because it's not that good. Except for the root calculator at the beginning, I found that very useful. Thanks for KD9MED.
Hey, no problem, Kerry. I just thought it was extremely well written, very informative, and I work with magnetic loops and things like that, so I'm pretty familiar with most of the articles out there, but regardless, it's always good to read an article from someone who tried some things and had some good success with it. Anyhow, I'll let you go, Kerry. KE9N.
Okay, guys, hey, thanks for checking in, and Kurt, good hearing from you again. I better start at the beginning with the roundtable here. Thanks for checking in. I don't know if Dean will check in or not, but hopefully he will. Okay, Kurt, thanks for checking in. And Curry, I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Okay. That's right. Yeah, you did a short time. Okay, let's go. Norm, KC9RGG, what is going on with you?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Well, it's warming up a little bit slowly down here in the ham shack. So, I guess I'm just warm now, and I don't have to expend any electro energy to keep this place warm. So, and we'll have a time change this weekend, and perhaps I can stick around a little bit longer.
Yeah, okay, Norm, that sounds good. Next week, we're really supposed to have springtime temperatures all week, but I think next Monday or Tuesday, we're supposed to get into the mid-60s for high temperatures. That would be great. Definitely looking forward to that. Okay, Norm, you're probably gonna be hitting the sack here, so I'll tell you what. I'll get back to you again. If I don't get an answer from you, I know you've hit the sack. So thank you for checking in. Okay. Thanks for checking in, Norm. KE9COB. Mark, what's going on with you?
KE9COB. Not much new, Jimmy. I'm still trying to figure out some stuff here, looking at different antennas, trying to figure out a way to get it put up top of the house, that kind of stuff. Playing with my little Bofang radio here. I'm starting to really like this hobby. It's got its teeth in me, I believe. Back to you, Jim.
Okay, sounds good there. Okay, I'm going to be doing the tech corner in a few minutes here. If you have any questions you'd like to throw out there, go ahead and do so. Maybe somebody else will answer questions for you there. So we'll be in a few minutes here. Thanks for checking in there, Mark. We'll get back to you for a second go-around. KD9VBX. Erica, what's going on with you?
There, Jimmy and everybody. I just got done talking to the pink hamsters in Milwaukee. Lots of fun. We had a 5th grader come on in, and they still have their kids net on Tuesday nights, and her older brother has done net control. So she's not new to the ham radio world. It was pretty cool. Let's see, I went to Madison today for a doctor's appointment, and the further north we went, the less the snow fell. That was awesome. I don't know. I'm thinking corned beef and cabbage already. So I'm going to put it in the crock pot on the 13th because I've got something else going on the 17th. So can't think of anything else. Happy Friday, everybody, and W9AXD would like to check in. KD9VBX.
Okay, go ahead and put them on, Erica.
Well, Jimmy, I was going to check in a little later, but seeing as how I didn't get that option. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. How are things going with you?
my microphone down, couldn't find it again, but now I found it. Getting a little tired, so I might go to bed here tonight. But the Night Watch net on 440.95 will be brought up automatically at 9:58, so it's a good thing. Got some couple extra radios out of the house yesterday and today. Sold one of my Motorola portables. Listed it on eBay for $195, which I really didn't think anyone would buy that because I thought it was maybe a little bit too much. But I did that to try to avoid being screwed over by eBay. That they seem to like to take a quarter of your proceeds. So you want $195 for it and you get $140. I think that's just plain old greed. So anyway, got rid of that one, and then somebody bought on Monday my Kenwood commercial portable, so I'm down to one left. I think that might be spoken for, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm setting out my radio collection here, but I do have about 5 or 6 repeater duplexers. Yeah, I found a really good duplexer, and I found out it works so well I wanted a bunch of them for other sites that I'm working on and maybe set. That duplexer, tell you what, Jimmy, that thing is so good. It filled in some of our dead spots in Rock County. Erica was in a vehicle going to Madison with the HT and a little antenna on there. She was able to get to Newville before she totally dropped out. And you get the Broadhead on the portable, solid S9 repeater coverage all the way over to Broadhead. So that thing works really, really well now. I'm really happy with that. Jimmy, you're always solid into that repeater 100% of the time now. No problem at all. It's back to you.
Oh, okay, Chad, sounds good, though. Thanks for checking, getting all that radio equipment there. Everything will be good to go. Okay. Hey, thanks.
Timed out the repeater, Jimmy.
I think the repeater timed out. Chad, thanks for checking in. K9CIB, Joe and James, what's going on with you?
This is K9ZIP. Good evening, Jimmy and everyone else. Not much going on with me. Got up really early this morning after not sleeping much. Took a quick trip down to Chicago with my wife. Don't think I ever completely woke up today, so I'm kind of tired. Don't have a lot to say. So I'm going to pass it back to you, and I don't know if I'll be here for the duration of the net. Everybody have a good evening. K9ZIP, back to net.
Don't worry about it, Joe. You just go ahead and hit the sack. We want you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed tomorrow. You have to do anything. So thanks for checking in. You have a good evening.
You too, Jimmy. 73.
Okay. KD9YBG Dale, what's going on with you?
Not a whole lot. I just kind of stayed in today because it was kind of chilly out there, snow flying. When it gets a little bit nicer, I got a tune antenna up on the car that I got, and that way I'll be able to run UHF, VHF in there then. That's about it. I'm a little tired tonight because I got up early, so I'm going to say 73 is the net. And KD9YBG, back to you.
That's okay, Dale. Don't worry about it. I understand. You get a good night's sleep. We'll probably hear you on the Saturday evening ride tune that tomorrow night at 8 o'clock this evening. Thanks for checking in. H9G Star. Good night. W9WBB Steve, what's going on with you?
Hey, good evening, Jimmy. Sounds like the repeater is being challenged a little bit tonight. Probably has something to do with the wet weather. So I'm just so looking forward to 5 or 6 days of really nice weather next week. I need to get outdoors and really enjoy it. So with that, Whiskey 9, Whiskey, Bravo, Bravo, back to you.
Sounds good. Hey, You have a good evening, and thanks. I'll have a second go around here. I'll call you again. If you don't answer, that's fine. So thanks for checking in. KD9MED, Kerry, what's going on with you?
This is KD9MED. Thanks, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. That was an excellent eulogy you gave for Tom. Those are always very moving. I've been spending a lot of time on the air. I think probably a minimum of 5 hours a day, and I'm pretty sure last Saturday I was on for 8 hours. I took today off pretty much. I retuned my 12-meter loop for 15 meters and tested it out. And I made 7 contacts with it, a couple in Japan and the rest of the United States. It's running a high SWR. I have to tinker with it to get that better. So yeah, way too much time on the radio. I think I'm going to try something different next week that doesn't involve as much admin share time. KD9MED.
Oh, okay, Gary, sounds good. That was great. We'll look forward to your DX report here in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. All right. Bruce, N9BWM, what's going on with you? N9BWM, Bruce, are you still with us? Okay, must be short time, so we'll move on. KE9CNS, Doug, what's going on with you?
Not a whole lot, Jimmy. Good evening, everyone. What's going on? Well, let's see. Earlier today, I was burning up the 195 on mobile and on this space. Talking to Mark, talking to Bob. Highly intelligent conversations. Got a lot done today. And a lot of good information from other people out there on the net. Glad to have them join in and give us their input. We had a lot of information going on. Now I'm just sitting back and listening to the net. And with that, I'll return it to you. KE9CNS.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I listened for quite some time today to you guys, Tom. I didn't jump in there because I figured, well, you know what, I will let you guys, I'm just going to listen to you guys. So, okay, that sounds good. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for the second go-around there. Thanks for checking in. Well, KE9N, we'll get back in later. N4WGN checked in short time, and W9AXD, we'll get back to him later. So, that concludes my list. Do we have any more stations you'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun then? Please go now. Okay, this is K9G Star, the Friday Night Fun Net. I got some traffic to pass along. If you're not doing anything tomorrow morning, come on over to Freeport for our monthly meeting of the Stevens County Repeater Association. Everybody's welcome to come to attend. Doesn't matter what club you belong to, you don't even have to belong to the club to participate. Our meetings get underway at tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. in the Freeport Public Library, second floor boardroom. George, N9WSQ, our club president, would love to see you in person. Again, that's the Stevens County Repeater Association monthly meeting tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. in the Freeport Public Library, second floor boardroom. Let's pack the place. We had a good turnout last month, too. I think we had 9 or 10 check-ins. Good turnout. Okay, my next piece of traffic, let me reset. My next piece of traffic, National Weather Service in the Quad Cities will be conducting an in-person weather spotter class Tuesday, March 18th at 6:30 p.m. at Highland Community College, Building Aitchison Hotel, Room 201, Student Conference Center. Okay, that's 2998 West Pearl City Road here in Freeport. The class gets underway at 6:30 p.m. and runs to around 8:30. You see great video and slide presentations from the National Weather Service office in the Quad Cities. Pick up a ticket. They'll give you a ticket if they call the right number. You will win a free brand new weather radio. They'll have 2 drawings. They'll also serve refreshments. I believe cookies, coffee, or orange juice, or punch, or what have you. Again, National Weather Service Quad Cities will be putting on an in-person weather spotter class at Tuesday, March 18th at 6:30 p.m. Highland Community College, Building H, in the hotel, room 201, Student Conference Center, 2998 West Pearl City Road. Okay, before we proceed any further, we have 8 more stations. Want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please go now. Okay, I have some traffic. This concerns the Facebook page. I just got the information from when I talked to Mike, K9MED, he was live streaming this net and recording it on the Facebook page. And in about 90 days, Facebook will no longer be holding pictures of the like on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Those pictures you will see no more. So they're going to be switching over after a conversation. I told them, switch everything over to YouTube, and those pictures will stay on forever. So I don't know how that's going to work out. We might have to move everything to YouTube. And Brad H2I, if you're listening, I don't know if that's going to affect your Discord server or not. I don't know anything about this stuff. Since I don't have this stuff, you might want to get a hold of Mike K9MED or to talk to somebody to see what you want to do about this. But that's the situation. In about 90 days, I figure it'll probably be in June, you will no longer see the pictures on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page on YouTube. Those of you who are familiar with all this stuff, get together, have a meeting of the mind, and see what you want to do. Okay.
H2I?
Yeah, go ahead, Brad.
Thanks for the update, Jim. We'll take a look at it. And also, there's just a small group of us currently in the Discord server. It's actually under 20. It says 20, but I've got like a color changer, like a widget or whatever it is you plug in there, which kind of adds one in there, of course. If you want to change your color of your username, works quite a bit different than YouTube. And I do post different things. Sometimes I share things on both the Discord and Facebook page. So we'll figure it all out later. It's not a really big deal. As it stands, we're on social media platforms, and I'm sure we'll be keeping that way for a long time to come. But thanks for bringing it up to all of ours attention, Jim. As always, back to you, AH2I.
Well, you're welcome, Brad. You guys know more about this stuff than I ever will. And that's about it. I tell you, you guys have a right to know. So, okay, sounds good. Okay. Before we proceed with the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner, do we have any more stations would like to check in at this time? You're coming over your Friday Night Fish Fry, Steak Fry. Fish fries are pretty big now that the Lenten season is here. You're coming over in your Friday Night Fish Fry, Steak Fry, grocery shopping, or the show. You just turned your radio on. Just came home, turned the radio on. You've been commenting me over the last 40 minutes. This is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from here. We're in the region without traffic. We call K9 GCR. Okay, now let's go to the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. What kind of an antenna do you want to put up in your tower? What kind of radio? Are you having problems with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, DMR, FT8, GMRS. If you have any technical questions, please bring them before the net, and we'll do our best to answer for you. Especially maybe a Doug or Mark. Or if you have any questions, please ask them. We'll see if we can help you. Anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring up at this time? Okay, nobody has any technical questions, so we'll proceed to the Friday Night Funded Contest / DX Corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? No, I did not make any this time. Oh, that reminds me. This coming Sunday, I believe it's on the 40 meters. You got the Wisconsin QSO party. I believe that starts at noon, and I think it ends about 6 p.m. or what have you. I don't know. But I'm just passing that along to you. Wisconsin QSO party this coming Sunday. I believe that gets underway at 12 noon. It runs till who knows when. Okay. Anybody have any DX report that they'd like to pass along at this time?
KD9MED.
K9MED. Okay, Kerry, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Jimmy. For the last couple of weeks, I was using just exclusively the two loop antennas that I built that cover 10 and 12 meters. And as of Wednesday, I was getting diminishing returns with those, so I went back to using my regular end-fed outdoor antennas and racked up a bunch of contacts. 277 contacts for the week, 47 countries. I think, well, that's for sure the best I've done so far this year for a weekly country total. 14 new grid squares confirmed, 5 new United States counties confirmed, and 6 POTAs, 3 resets. Some of the notable contacts, a new country, how about that? D4/CT7AHV on 10 meters, that's Cape Verde. Never worked him before, haven't got it confirmed yet, so. FK8HA on 10 meters, New Caledonia. It's been a while since I had one down there. V4/KOVA on 10 meters, that's my second St. Kitts and Nevis contact, 3 resets. Oh, all of these are on 10 meters. DJ4NX, that's Bonaire. I haven't had a Bonaire in a long time. That didn't come out right. And ZL2CA in New Zealand, I guess, was the most distant contact at 8,700 miles. 3 resets. There were so many big ones that got away this week, I didn't even write down the call signs, but I heard stations in Tunisia, Kyrgyzstan, Mongolia, and India. And I heard them, and they didn't hear me, so obviously there's something wrong with their receivers or something. But that's about it. Thanks a lot, Jimmy. KD9MED.
You're welcome, Kerry. Yeah, Bonaire. Who was it? Trans World Radio and Radio Netherlands International used to have transmitters on that island, because when I first got on the shortwave many years ago, I used to pick them up, and those stations used to come in clear as a bell. That's for sure.
I think all of us have pretty good luck to the southeast for some reason. Caribbean is always pretty easy to work. But there's some places where there just aren't a lot of hands, you know, so you got to get lucky and when one of them happens to be operating. KD9MED.
Thanks for that great DX report, Kerry. Does anybody have any questions concerning Kerry's DX report? Okay, any other stations have any DX reports you'd like to pass along? Okay, that was great, Kerry. So there be no further DX reports. We'll now move on to the SWAMPnet. All IMC bulk sorter trends must be related to hobbies of ramps, radio, or computers. All IMC bulk sorter trends must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of stuff. I mean, mention price over here, but any haggling should take place either in person or the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any SWAMPnet traffic you'd like to pass along? Okay, I do have some SWAMPnet traffic, but this is a courtesy of John, KD9OBJ in McConnell. Of course, Doug, KD9CNS bought that radio from him, but John has for sale an Astron RS-20A power supply. He is asking $60. You may call or text John at area code 815-821-4193. Area code 815-821-4193. I am going to repeat this. John, K9OBJ has for sale an Astron RS-20A 20A alpha power supply. He is asking us $60 for it. You may call or text him at area code 815-821-4193. Area code 815-821-4193. If you're interested in picking up a used power supply. Okay, before we continue, anybody else have any SWAMPnet traffic you'd like to pass along? Okay. Are there any more stations who just joined us who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay. This is some more information concerning Al, KD9EPZ. I talked to him, I think it was this past Tuesday. He's getting stronger, he's getting better. Unfortunately, the doctors have determined that he can no longer live alone by himself. So he's going to, I don't know how long he'll be in Freeport, but they're eventually going to try to move him to a facility out near Sioux City, Iowa. So that's a situation. So I talked to him to see if we can get a hold of him on the Friday Night Fun Net Friday Night Fun Net on the internet. I talked to Justin, K9FDO. He suggested that I contact Dan, K9SAZ, and ask him if maybe he can get EchoLink hooked up to this repeater, because it's definitely a lot better. That way Al can check in on his phone. So that's the situation. I talked to Dan. He says he's going to bring it up before the board. So we'll just see what happens. That's the latest update concerning Al, K9EPZ. He says that he needs assistance. Anybody to go to his home and take his antennas down. But that's the situation. I don't know how that's going to work out. So what's the latest information concerning K9EPZ? Okay, let's go ahead with the second round table here. Let's see. Norm, K9RGG, are you still with us, or did you hit the sack? All right, he hit the sack, so we'll move on. Oh boy, I missed somebody here. Brad, H2I, are you still on the air? Anything else you want to bring for the net?
Jim, not too much to add here. Going to be shopping around for I haven't bought a ham radio in so many years I couldn't count them. Double-digit numbers, of course. The current radio I'm using is an old Motorola Alpha Papa 50, AP50. It's one of those export SP50s, and it's 30 years old this year, actually. Glad to see it's still limping along just fine. But I'm going to be looking for one of those system C4FM fusion radios. So I'm going to be in the market for one of those coming up here. So I'm not sure how much activity is going on digital. Yeah, I've got some DMR portables, so we're pretty well set there at the moment. But it would be nice to get on C4FM for the first time ever. So anyways, that's all I'm going to be doing. And glad to see the snow didn't stick today. It was a mixture of mostly rain and snow, and it just didn't stick. Just barely in the grass, at least in the greater Rockford area. So Jim, back to you. This is Good Net tonight, as always. AH2I Portable.
Thank you, Brad. Yeah, definitely good turnout so far too. So that sounds good. Okay, Brad. Hey, I want to let you know. You have a good evening. We'll talk to you down the log here. So okay. K9RGG. Norm's already hit the hay, so we'll move on. KE9COB. Mark, are you still with us? Anything else you'd like to bring for the net?
KE9COB. Yeah, Jimmy, I'm here. I've been listening. I don't really have anything else to add, so I'll let it go back to you. Thank you for all you do, Jim. KE9COB.
You're welcome, Mark. And thank you and Doug for keeping these repeaters active day and night since you two got into this wonderful hobby. I think this is great. Otherwise, these repeaters would be dead as a doornail. Like I said, I monitor this repeater all the time. For me, this has become a full-time hobby. So that's a situation. So thanks to you for keeping this conversation going on these repeaters. All right. Erica, KD9VBX, are you still with us? Anything else you want to bring for the net?
Hang on a minute, Jimmy. I'm trying to see if she wants to come back.
Okay. Okay, Chad, I'm going to move on here. We got time. She can come back later on. So, thanks anyway.
KD9VBX is here. Sorry, I was playing with the kitties.
Nothing wrong with playing with the kitties. Anything else you want to bring for the net?
We got her some new cat toys, and I don't know if it was the catnip that got her all. She's been kind of reacting to the weather just like the rest of us, kind of dreary and want to sleep. And boy, oh boy, she was alive now with the fish on a stick, hanging from a stick. She's been wanting to play for quite a while. So She likes her new toys. Can't say anything else. Have a great weekend, guys. 73.
Okay, Erica, you have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend, too. It's going to be a great one weather-wise. So, okay, sounds good. Thanks for checking in. K9ZIP, Joe, you're still with us. Anything else I'd like to bring for the net?
That over to me, Jimmy. I think I'm next.
K9YBG's already checked out. W9WBB, Steve, anything else you want to bring for the net?
Hey, nothing new. I will catch you later, Whiskey 9, Whiskey Bravo Bravo. And going back about 30 seconds ago, you doubled with someone.
Oh boy, I'm awful sorry about that. Thanks. Was there somebody else wanting to get in there? I am terribly sorry. Come on back. Oh, must have been one of the other states I talked to. I'm awful sorry about it. All right, thanks, Steve. That's the KD9MED carry. Anything else you want to bring for the net?
This is KD9MED. I put up a YouTube video on the Friday Night Fun Net page that talks about waves and transmission lines and how standing waves work and that sort of thing. It's an old video, but it's really good. It's about 20 minutes long. Also, I'm making a prediction or whatever, and you'll hear it here first. As far as I can tell, the solar cycle 25 peaked in August of last year. I was expecting it to peak in the summer of this year, but it looks like it peaked a little early. And hopefully I'll be proven wrong and we come back, but that's the way it looks to me right now. You heard it here first. KD9MED.
Okay, Kerry, thank you very much. That's great. We'll just see what happens. All right. Thank you, and thank you for checking in. And you have a good evening. So, oh wait, I think we'll do a Friday Night Fun trivia segment when we get done here. We got a few minutes here. Thanks for checking in, Kerry. N9BWM, Bruce, are you still with us? Anything else you want to bring for the net? Okay, KE9CNS, Doug, anything else you want to bring before the net?
KE9CNS. No, I can't think of anything else to add to the group. It's been an enjoyable evening. Once again, a good net, Jimmy, and 73s to all.
Okay, Doug, sounds good. You'll be able to hear this net again anytime you want to on the Facebook, on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page, also on the internet. You let's see. Yeah, I'll talk about that later. So you get to hear yourself on there. And again, thanks to you, Mark, and let's see, Steve, and the other station. We're keeping these repeaters going during the daytime and nighttime hours here. This is great. Thanks for checking in. We'll catch you tomorrow or whenever. KD9N, Kurt, are you still with us? Anything else you want to bring for the net?
No, I'm still listening, Jimmy. I don't really have anything else to add. I'm just listening, and that's about it. One thing I was thinking about, my wife mentioned to me this afternoon that she didn't sleep well last night. And I said, well, if you had trouble getting to sleep, you could have got on and listened to a recording of the Friday Night Fun Net. Like Jimmy says, if that don't put you to sleep, nothing will.
That's for sure, yes. She should do it next time. That's just great. I don't know if Dean will check in or not. Hopefully he will, so you two can do a little bit of rag to it.
shows up, I think I'll probably go upstairs about 9:30 tonight. I'm a little tired. So if he's there between now and 9:30, that's all well and good. And if not, well, that's the way it goes.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, Kurt, thanks for checking in, and thank you for all you do, too. Okay. Ted, the W9AXD, are you still with us? Anything else you want to bring for the net? Okay, I guess not. Okay, are there any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please go now. Oh, yes. You know what? Just a minute. Get out the ham rag here. The next edition will be coming out shortly. Oh, yeah. Here's what I want to read. Weekly Friday morning breakfast meets every Friday morning from 7:30 a.m. until about 9 a.m. We order breakfast at 8 a.m. It's an informal gathering of ham folks. No affiliations necessary, good food and good company. Everyone is welcome to attend. It's held at Spring Garden Family Restaurant, 4820 North 2nd Street, Loves Park, Illinois, 61111. I think it was Mark who was saying he went to the breakfast this morning. He said he believed there's about 10 people there. Still a good turnout, so that's great. Take advantage of that Friday morning breakfast at the Spring Garden Family Restaurant from the ham folks and no affiliation necessary. 4820 North 2nd Street, Loves Park, Illinois, 61111. The monthly Saturday morning breakfast. The Greater Boyd Ham Radio Club, GBARC, meets monthly on the second Saturday of the month at 8 a.m. That means they'll be meeting tomorrow. It's at Denny's Restaurant, Flying J Truck Stop, Illinois Route 75 and I-9039. All are welcome to join the group for food and lots of ham talk. Now, during the warmer weather months, a fox hunt follows breakfast approximately 10 a.m. Again, Greater Boyd Ham Radio Club will be holding their monthly breakfast, Saturday morning breakfast. It'll be tomorrow, second Saturday of each month. That'll be tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Denny's Restaurant or the Flying J Truck Stop, Illinois 75 and I-9039. So that's about it. Okay. Any more stations would like to check the Friday Night Fun net? Please go now.
KC9CFL checking in. No traffic.
KC9CFL, good evening, Mike. What's going on with you?
Not much. Getting over a cold. Been messing with setting up another WinLink server on VHF. So, tinkering with that, getting that working, getting the bugs worked out of it. So, but I might reach out on the Rah-Rah Facebook page because I might need some assistance. So, we'll see. Other than that, things are moving forward. KC9 CFL back then.
Say, sounds good. Oh, boy, everybody's around here is getting cold flus or what have you, sick and what have you there. Okay. Stand by hotline. This is K9GCR to Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central here in Freeport. That was John, K9DDF in Elgin, checked on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. Mike, KC9CFL, are you still there?
KC9CFL, yeah, I'm still here, Jimmy.
Okay, you know I'm going to let you go without hearing your radio nut joke. This is from Mike, H9JZ. You know you are a radio nut when you move your family to a new location, which is as close to a 2-meter 440 repeater site as you can get.
Hey, don't think I didn't test to make sure I could get in the repeater on an HT when I moved into this house. I love it, Jimmy.
Okay, Mike, sounds good. You have a good evening. Get well soon. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net.
Thanks a lot for hosting it, Jimmy. KC9, CFL, we'll be quick.
K9G, sir. Okay, stand by. I got checked, see. I got my red pen. KC9DDF. Oh, HL for hotline. Hear that phone ring, folks? That's a real telephone ring, not that phony baloney cell phone ring. All right. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, I'm trying to put stuff away over here, so bear with me here. Hey, I just wanted to let everybody know. We don't know what the weather's going to be like next Friday, but they're saying next Friday night. Oh boy. Oh, I think I screwed up, folks. I think I may have timed out the repeater. Okay, as I was saying, next Friday night, there's supposed to be a total lunar eclipse. I don't know what time they'll start or end or what have you there, but I don't know what the weather's going to be like. So if you want to, if the Friday Night Fun Net's still going on at the time, if you want to go out and take your HTs, and you can watch the total lunar eclipse. I only found out about this last night during one of the local newscasts, the weather report. So, okay, any more stations you want to check in, please call now. Okay, now we're going to do Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. This is for the benefit of those who are studying for their very first ham radio licenses. I know some of you are listening on scanners. They're to this net. So here's I'm going to read the questions. See if anybody can get them right there. Those people listening at home might want to have a paper or a pen handy and write down the correct answers. So. All right. Just a minute. I'm trying my best not to read the same questions every week. Already read that one. Yeah. One moment, please. Okay. First question. What is the grace period for renewal if an amateur license expires? A, 2 years. B, 3 years. C, 5 years. D, 10 years. What is the grace period for a renewal if an amateur radio license expires? A, 2 years. B, 3 years. C, 5 years. D, 10 years. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay. What is the grace period for renewal if an amateur license expires? Correct answer is 2 years. Okay, I'm going to read the next question. How soon after passing the examination for your first amateur radio license may you transmit on the amateur radio bands? A, immediately on receiving your certificate of successful completion of examination, CSCE. B, as soon as your operator/station license grant appears on the ARRL website. C, as soon as your operator/station license grant appears in the FCC's license database. D, as soon as you receive your license in the mail from the FCC. How soon after passing the examination for your first amateur radio license may you transmit on the amateur radio bands? A, immediately on receiving your certificate of successful completion of the examination, CSCE. B, as soon as your operation/station license grant appears on the ARRL website. C, as soon as your operator/station license grant appears in the FCC's license database. D, as soon as you receive your license in the mail from the FCC. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I think the answer's A as an alpha.
Tell you what, Kurt, sorry. That's not correct. Hey, thanks for trying it. Hey, this is all in fun anyway. Thanks anyway, Kurt. Anybody else want to give it a shot?
Okay, if no one else is going to answer, let's try C as in Charlie.
You are correct, Kurt. You are correct. How soon after passing the examination for your first amateur radio license may you transmit on the amateur radio bands? And correct answer is C, Charlie. As soon as your operator/station license grant appears in the FCC's license database. Well, I took my test back in the 2004. I missed only 2 questions. Exactly 1 week later, I got a phone call from the late Marv Clem. He was the chief BEC in Stevens County. I forget what his call was. He had told me that my license had gone through, and he gave me my call as K9 GCR. Exactly 1 week after that, my license came in the mail. So it was 2 weeks from the time I took the test till I actually got my license in the mail. So, okay, that's the way it goes. All right. Let's find another question here. Okay. I don't think I read this question for a while. What is meant by repeater offset? A, the difference between a repeater's transmit and receive frequencies. B, the repeater has a time delay to prevent interference. C, The repeater station identification is done on a separate frequency. D. The number of simultaneous transmit frequencies used by a repeater. What is meant by repeater offset? A. The difference between a repeater's transmit and receive frequencies. B. The repeater has a time delay to prevent interference. C. The repeater station identification is done on a separate frequency. D. The number of simultaneous transmit frequencies used by a repeater. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay. What is meant by repeater offset? Correct answer is A alpha. The difference between a repeater's transmit and receive frequency. The difference between repeater input and output frequencies is called the repeater's offset or shift. It refers to a couple of other questions, but we're not going to bother with that one. Okay. Before we continue with trivia, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay. Which of the following applies when two stations transmitting on the same frequency interfere with each other? A. The station should negotiate continued use of the frequency. B. Both stations should choose another frequency to avoid conflict. C. Interference is inevitable, so no action is required. D. Use subaudible tones so both stations can share the frequency. Which of the following applies when two stations transmitting on the same frequency interfere with each other? A. The stations should negotiate continued use of the frequency. B. Both stations should choose another frequency to avoid conflict. C. Interference is inevitable, so no action is required. D. Use subaudible tones so both stations can share the frequency. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Okay. Which of the following applies when two stations transmitting on the same frequency interfere with each other? Correct answer is A alpha. The station should negotiate continued use of the frequency. If a transmission seriously degrades, obstructs, or repeatedly interrupts the communications of a regulated service, that's considered harmful interference. Common courtesy should prevail, but remember that no one has an absolute right to any frequency. AM radio license manual, page 8-5. Okay, I may have read this question a while back, but I'll read it again. Which of the following should be considered when selecting an accessory SWR meter? A. The frequency and power level at which the measurements will be made. B. The distance that the meter will be located from the antenna. I think I did read this before. C. The types of modulation being used at the station. D. All these choices are correct. Which of the following should be considered when selecting an accessory SWR meter? A. The frequency and power level at which the measurements will be made. B. The distance that the meter will be located from the antenna. C. The types of modulation being used at the station. D. All these choices are correct. Anybody correct answer this question? Okay. Which of the following should be considered when you're selecting an accessory SWR meter? Correct answer is A alpha, the frequency and power level at which the measurements will be made. SWR is the same everywhere along a feed line, but is usually measured at the transmitter's connection to the feed line. The SWR meter is used to measure SWR and is often built into the transceiver. If an external or standalone SWR meter is used, be sure it is specified for the frequency range in use so that it will make accurate measurements. Handwritten license manual, page 4-10. I'm just going to think of it. I did read that question before. I don't know how many of you work D-Star, but I'm going to read this question anyway. Which of the following must be programmed into a D-Star digital transceiver before transmitting? A, your call sign. B, your output power. C, the codec or type being used. D, all these choices are correct. Which of the following must be programmed into a D-Star digital transceiver before transmitting? A, your call sign. B, your output power. C, the codec type being used. D, all these choices are correct. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Okay, which of the following must be programmed into a D-Star digital transceiver before transmitting? Correct answer is A alpha, your call sign. In the D-Star system, your call sign must be programmed into the transceiver in order to be able to transmit. Handwritten license manual, page 613. 6-13, I should say. Okay. Okay. How much power is delivered by a voltage of 13.8 volts DC and a current of 10 amperes? A, 138 watts. B, 0.7 watts. C, 23.8 watts. D, 3.8 watts. How much power is delivered by a voltage of 13.8 volts DC and a current of 10 amperes? A, 138 watts. B, 0.7 watts. C, 23.8 watts. D, 3.8 watts. Anybody correct answer to this question? Okay, how much power is delivered by a voltage of 13.8 volts DC and a current of 10 amperes? Correct answer is A alpha, 138 watts. And I'm not going to bother reading this stupid math problem there. I'm just going to move on. Okay, do we have any more stations? I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please go now. Okay, which of the following is accurately represented in the electrical schematic? A, wire lengths. B, physical appearance of components. C, component connections. D, all these choices are correct. Which of the following is accurately represented in electrical schematics? A, wire lengths. B, physical appearance of components. C, component connections. D, all these choices are correct. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Okay, which of the following is accurately represented in electrical schematic? The correct answer is C, Charlie, component connections. A schematic does not illustrate the actual physical layout of a circuit. It only shows how the components are connected electrically. The lines drawn from component to component represent those electrical connections. Each line does not necessarily correspond to a physical wire. It just indicates that an electrical connection exists between whatever is at each end of the line. Hammer the license manual page 3-14. When I told them to pass my taxation test back in 2004, they did not, we talked about it, said that since I'm not familiar with the schematics, they didn't read me any of those questions. So, okay. I'm going to read a couple more questions, and I think we're just going to discontinue. Kind of a slow turnout tonight as far as trivia goes. Stand by. Okay, which of the following actions should you take if a neighbor tells you that your station's transmissions are interfering with their radio and TV reception? A, make sure that your station is functioning properly and it does not cause interference to your own radio or television when it is tuned to the same channel. B, immediately turn off your transmitter and contact the nearest FCC office for assistance. C, install a harmonic doubler on the output of your transmitter and tune it until the interference is eliminated. D, all of these choices are correct. Which of the following actions should you take if a neighbor tells you that your station's transmissions are interfering with their radio or TV reception? A, make sure that your station is functioning properly and it does not cause interference to your own radio or television when it is tuned to the same channel. B, immediately turn off your transmitter and contact the nearest FCC office for assistance. C, install a harmonic doubler on the output of your transmitter and tune it until the interference is eliminated. D, all of these choices are correct. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay, which of the following actions should you take if a neighbor tells you that your station's transmissions are interfering with their radio or TV reception? Correct answer is A, alpha. Make sure that your station is functioning properly and it does not cause interference to your own radio or television when it is tuned to the same channel. Regardless of the source, you can reduce or eliminate much interference by making sure your own station follows good after practices for grounding and filtering. Eliminate interference to your own home appliances and television first. Handbrake license manual page 9-9. I'll tell you what, when I first got in this hobby, 21 years ago, I was transmitting at the time that all the TVs were still operating on the analog mode. They hadn't switched over to digital as of yet. At 9 o'clock when I was transmitting, we had a lot of people who used to watch the WGN News at 9 on Channel 9. And for whatever reason, I didn't know this, but every time I transmitted, when I was keying up, I was knocking out every TV set in our building here. Was watching Channel 9 for the news. I'm not kidding you, folks. This is a true story. It actually happened. The manager called me in and said, "Could you? Is there a way you could turn maybe stop transmitting when people are trying to watch the news?" I said, "Okay, I would consider it." Let me hear your set. Well, come to find out, I was watching my radio. I just bought my first radio, ICOM IC 2100H. I looked at the power setting. Here I was transmitting on medium power when I should have been transmitting on low power. And I live a block and a half away from the 3.9 repeater, too. So I got that taken care of. Put the radio back to low power, and I had no problem since. And I told the manager about this. All's welded in, so everything's working fine. Are there any more stations I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
W9AXD Repeater.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Chad.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever got back to me for the second roundtable or not, but I guess I don't have much else to add. Otherwise, I don't know if you ever have, swap shop thing yet.
Yeah, I already had. I didn't have any swap net traffic. Yes, I did call you earlier for a recheck, but you didn't respond.
Yeah, I was talking to Larry on my UHF machine, so I probably missed it.
Yeah, for sure. If you ever get a chance, tell them to get on this repair check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Same goes for Josh. He must be still working or something. K9BIN. We sure miss him here.
Yeah, I think he just crashes at night, so. But yeah, I'll let him know that. And Larry is getting he is with a new draft, or whatever it's called. FTM something or other. He's getting that maybe next week. He's just picked one up, so he might be able to get in here. Hopefully, that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Now, did you have SwapNet traffic?
Well, I'll offer something. I have a couple things actually. If you're ready to copy.
I'm ready to copy. Kind of go slow, because I'm not a fast rider. Go ahead.
Oh, gee whiz, Jimmy. Take all the fun out of it. Thought you were a speed rider. Okay. First item I have, it's kind of a relist. It's Motorola. Charlie Papa 185. Say again, Motorola, Charlie Papa 185, UHF portable 435-480, I think it is. Frequency spread. 4-watt radio. Works really good, actually. And it will come, basically, it's pretty bare bones. 16 channel. And it has the battery, antenna, and the radio. And it comes with a charger too, a rapid desk charger. I'll ship that for $95 if anyone wants it. $95. Like I say, it works really good. And the other one that I had got sold yesterday, so that's on its way to Washington State. So. If anyone wants this one, again, it's a CP185 16-channel UHF portable. And right now it's programmed for GMRS frequencies only. Never did use it for that. But it does cover the ham band. I never programmed it there, but it says 435 to 480. So it's a nice, you can tell it's used, but it does work well. Again, 95 shipped. Go ahead, Jimmy, I'll copy.
Okay, I copy. You might want to repeat that last transmission about that portable, that HD. Repeat that if you would, please.
Well, I guess all I said is 435 to 480 megahertz, 4 watts. It's just the radio, the battery, and the antenna, and the rapid charger. It's programmed for the GMRS, some of those channels, but it will cover the ham band, although I don't have any ham stuff in it at the moment. Like I said, you can tell it's a used radio, but it's in really good shape otherwise. mean, it's not beat up by any means. Is that what you asked?
Now go ahead. Okay, you go ahead and give out your phone number or email or what have you. Go ahead.
Okay, well, my email is good on QRZ, but it's my call sign W9AXD@att.net. Whiskey India 9 Hotel Foxtrot at alphatango.net. It's good on QRZ also. And my phone number in Janesville is 608-754-8671. 608-754-8671. It's about 21:36 or 37 right now, 9:37. So, I mean, anybody can call up till about 10. It's fine. Another 20, 30 minutes. Otherwise, tomorrow. So, go ahead, Jimmy.
Okay, I'll repeat what I got written down. W9AXD has a Motorola CP185 UHF modem, 435.400 megahertz, a 4-watt radio, and 16 channel for $95. He also has another radio for 435-480 radio, or let's see, for a GMRS radio. It also covers a handband. You can contact Chad at the QRZ.com or whatever, or W99HF at att.net. att.net, you can contact him at area code 608-754-8671. 608-754-8671. Anybody have any questions, comments concerning these two items for sale?
That's actually one and the same radio, Jimmy. There is not two of them, just one of them. Just one. Roger. And I do have a TNC for sale as well here.
This is K9 G-Star, the Friday Night Fun at K9RFD Repeater and Rockford, transmitting the Friday Night Fun at Central Inventory Bar. Okay, Chad, sorry about that. I hope your phone rings off the hook.
Yeah, roger that. I have another item if anyone is interested in it. If you're ready.
Okay, go ahead. I'm just about out of room there on my sheet of paper, but go ahead.
Okay, I'll make this a little shorter. I have a Cantronics, K Kilo, A Alpha, N November, T Tom, R Robert, O Oscar, N November, India, I India, C Charlie, S Sierra, Cantronics, KPC3, Kilo Papa Charlie 3, TNC. It's a single port unit. It's the newest version of that. It's 9.1 firmware. The computer to TNC cable is technically it's used for your printer cable, basically is what it is. That'll come with that. No power supply though. It's been used for a couple of years, but it's in really good condition, and I'll ship that for $125. I think brand new they're like 200 and something. So over you, Jimmy, same phone number.
Here's what I got written down. Chad, W99HF has for sale a Cantronics, KP, Kilo Papa, Charlie 3, unit. What kind of unit is that again?
That is a packet terminal node controller, PNC.
Packet terminal mount controller. Okay, as also for, he's got 9.1 computer cable. He's asking for, he'll ship it for $125. Again, you can contact him at area code 608-754-8671. Area code 608-754-8671. Anybody have any questions or comments for these items for sale? Chad, like I said, I hope your phone rings off the hook, and thanks for checking in and bringing that swamp net traffic. Better late than never.
All right, Jimmy. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, give me a call. Can see another 20, 25 minutes here. You can call tonight, otherwise tomorrow. Or just shoot me an email whenever. So thanks, Jimmy, back to net. And I don't know if you mentioned my net or not on Thursdays, 8 p.m. on the 440.95 repeater, and also the Madison 443.775 Rock-Dane County Roundtable net. And that name is going to have to change sometime this year because we're adding a repeater in Portage. So anyway, that's down the road. But anyway, that net's at 8 o'clock on Thursdays on the 440.95 machine. And that range on that repeater, let me tell you what, after those new duplexes got installed, that really solidified a lot of the coverage that we have. It actually became more reliable. So check it out. And Thursday night, 8 p.m., just a discussion that net control picks a topic, and other check-ins can have a topic too. Just bring up whatever you want. So back to you, Jimmy, to be K9HF.
That was a great discussion I had last time about HDs. What kind of HDs that you like them, or what have you? And you did the today's version of AMP's Radio Newsline. When you meant to deliver last week, rebroadcast last week, you did today's version. That was great.
You know, I never even paid attention to that. I just grabbed the first one I found and played it, and I didn't even pay attention to it. Jeez, you're on the ball there, Jimmy. So what I'll do next Friday is I'll play the one from last week, next week, because I didn't hear that one yet. So we'll do that. We'll play the one for the, what was it last week? 28th, I think? Yeah. We'll play the February 28th edition next Thursday. So, but yeah, we'll get it straightened out. And kind of almost too bad there's no more rain reports unless someone else takes that over, because Hap Holly has passed away as of last Sunday. So it's too bad. I liked Hap. He was a good guy. Rest in peace there, Hap. Thanks for all you did for ham radio. Anyway, back to you, Jimmy. I'm going to be cleared in the background here. To be K9HF.
Okay, Chad. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see if we can catch the night watch net in a few minutes here. Well, thanks for checking in. Okay, are there any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please call now. Okay, let me mention, okay, give you a rundown of all the other nets here, like, Chad mentioned the Night Watch net, which takes place on 443.750 repeater in Chicago, and 440.950 repeater in Janesville. So, don't forget the Saturday evening radio net tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater. An hour before that, if you're able to pick up 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee. Technically, that repeater is in New Berlin, Wisconsin. You got the Saturday Night Fun Net. That's last Saturday I tried to pick him up, and he didn't come in worth a hoot at all. But a lot of the topics they talk about, I wouldn't even dream of bringing them up on this net. So, okay. Hold on. The Big Thunder AMP's Radio Club net meets on 147.375 repeater in Belvedere Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. The Greene County Aries Races net meets each and every Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe. The Whiteside County and that meets on Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 146-850 repeater. Let's see. Monday evenings, you got the Monday Night Rah-Rah Info Net at 7 p.m. on this repeater. I ran the net this past Monday, and Larry K9KZT will do the net this coming Monday. Let's see. The Lee County Areas Group meets on holds its Monday evening net on 146.970 repeater in Dixon. At 8:30 p.m. on Mondays, you got the Kishwaukee Ham Radio Club net, which meets on 146.730 repeater in DeKalb. Tuesday evenings, on this repeater at 7 p.m., you got the Tuesday evening net with Larry H9GO. Then also at 7 p.m., you got the Rock County Public Service net on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville. At 8:30 p.m., you got the Ogle County Hams net, which meets on 147.165 repeater in Oregon at 8:30 p.m. If they have time, they'll switch over to 146.595 simplex for a brief simplex net. Then they'll switch back over to the repeater for the 9 o'clock Aries Skywarn net. 7 p.m., you got the Wednesday evening chat net. If you missed the net this past Wednesday, it was a special 1-year anniversary edition of the net. It was Larry K9KZT who founded that net last year. After we decided to discontinue the Thursday evening health tech and social net in favor of the Winnebago County Skywarn Trading net, Larry decided to start a new net, Wednesday evening chat net. That's definitely a great little net that he runs. Then at the same time at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, I do the Wednesday weekly Stevens County Aries net. The Greater Boyd Ham Radio Club holds its Wednesday evening net at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Boyd. Then at 8 p.m., back on 147.390 repeater in Freeport, we have the Wednesday evening swap net. Mel K9RFD, let's see. I was net control this past Wednesday. The Mel K9RFD to bring Buzz Amp Radio News Live. So that was great there. Thursday evenings, at 7 p.m. on this repeater, you got the weekly Winnebago County Skywarn training net. Also at 7 p.m. on 146.730 repeater, the DeKalb County Areas Group holds its Thursday evening net. On HF, on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband, you got the C-Now net, which meets on from 1400, 1500 hours Zulu or 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. local time. Chuck, W9AXD is net control of that net. Okay, you're all called today to your local net. Support your local nets, your local net control operators, your local repeaters. Remember, Ham Radio Club, by all means, support your local club. Now, we have any more stations I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please phone out.
K9LSM, K9LSM, Adam, McChesney Park.
Okay, yeah, listen. K9, Lima, Sierra, Mike.
That is correct. Kilo 9, Lima, Sierra, Mike, Adam, McChesney Park.
Okay, Adam, I've got you checked in. I think I talked to you before. What is going on with you? I did not have a topic tonight. I'm asking everybody what's going on with you.
No worries. Yeah, we've talked before. I am driving home from work. Gonna go home and go to bed. I'm heading up to Madison tomorrow to go to the Dark Skies Severe Weather Seminar, so I'm pretty excited for that.
That's great. I think I heard something about that on one of the newscasts. I think that's great that you're going there.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I used to work for a company that makes weather stations. We used to be one of the sponsors for it. So I've been a few years now in a row, but it's always a good time.
Well, those weather spiral classes are always good. I go well, of course, we have one here in Freeport coming up on Tuesday, March 18th at 6:03 p.m. at Highland Community College, Building Agents in Hotel Room 201 Student Conference Center. I go there every year. You don't really have to go for 2 years, but I go there every year just for the heck of it, for the fun of it there. That's my. They have 2 drawings. You want to pick up a free weather radio and whatever. Those weather spiral classes are always fun.
Completely agree. Everybody should go, even if they just want to learn a little bit about it. But all right, I'm pulling into my driveway here. I'm glad I was able to catch you and still check in late. I was hoping I wasn't too late for that. K9LSM, I'll be clear.
Okay, thanks for checking in. Hey, we always go past 10 o'clock, so don't worry about it. So thanks for checking in. Sandra, have a good evening. Drive safely to that weather spotter class, and if you check in next Friday, let us know how it went there.
Will do. Thank you. K9LSM.
Welcome to 73K9TCR. Okay, do we have any more stations? I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun there. Please go now. Okay, I'd like to thank Dan, N9, and the DCH, the trustee of this repeater, and the members of the 195 group for allowing us to use this repeater to host the Friday Night Fun Net. I'm going to run down the list of stations who checked in so far. Myself, K9TCR, net control. KD9MED, Mike, and Rochelle, and we checked in on the phone. He's an early bird Friday Night Fun Net online check-in. Thanks for checking in. He's also live streaming and recording this net. And my early bird check-in, W9JTC, Jamie. AC9 at JZ who checked in, and Mike on the phone, and see N9DLB Dave here in Freeport. Okay. Those are my early check-ins. Now these are the stations checked in so far during the net. K9QDB Brian, EH2I Brad, K9RGG, KD9COB, KD9VBX, K9ZIP, KD9YBG, W9WBB, K9MED, N9BWM, KD9CNS, KD9N, N4WGN, WI9HF, K9CFL, and K9DGF, John Nelson, checked on the Friday Night Fun Net online, and last but certainly not least, K9LSM, Adam. Okay, let's see. I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 on-air check-ins. Let's see, 4 early bird check-ins, then 1 hotline check-in. Got a total of 22 check-ins overall. Do we have any more stations like checking the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, now this time I'm going to do my honorary check-ins. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and check in, let's see, L, KD9EPZ, HC honorary check-in, K9FEO, Justin HC honorary check-in. One of the best guys in the whole world. He does check-in every Friday night, but he listens every Friday night. Richard N9ZO in Belvedere. Let's see. K9KZT. Larry, the King of CW, HC honorary check. Let me reset. EC9GO. Larry, HC honorary check-in in the W9YUM. Vernon, it's better have HC honorary check-in. K9HDX Larry, HC honorary check-in, so all three Larrys are checked in. All right. KD9OVJ, John in McConnell. I'll probably see him at our meeting tomorrow. N9WSQ. George, our club president, I'll see him at our meeting tomorrow. W9MSL. Win HC honorary check-in. KC9ICH. Robert, HC honorary check-in. Let's see. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun, and the K9RFD Repeater Robert. Transmitting for Friday Night Fun, and Central and Verboard. Do we have any more stations like check in this time?
All right, Jimmy, I'll add one to your list. KB9ZDD, Mike out by Davis.
KB9ZDD, good evening, Mike. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. Just came back from town, sitting down. I'm running a little FT8 at the moment, doing really well. Let's see, since I've been home, Italy, California, Alabama, Texas, also France, a couple islands in Greece. If I roll over to the side bands, I'm betting it's probably hopping there too, and that's all still on 20 meters. So the bands are live tonight.
Oh, that is great, Mike. That is great. That'll be good to hear. Okay, hey, Mike, we're having our Repeater Association meeting tomorrow. Are you going to be able to come, or you got something else going on?
Nope, that is on the schedule. Noon 30 at the library.
11 a.m.
Well, heck, I would have been late then. Doggone it. 11 a.m. at the library.
Yeah, last week I went to the state line meeting. We only had two of us. Myself and Louise. Nobody else showed up.
I can't say as I've been to one of them in quite a while, but... All right, Jimmy, I'll let you get back to the net.
7-3's Mike. Have a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow at the meeting. K9GCR. Any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun net, please go now.
November Echo X-Ray, Gordy, Stillman Valley. Good evening, Jim.
K9NEX, Gordy. Welcome to the Friday Night Fun. I haven't heard you in a while. Let me get back to you. There was another station trying to check. Another station come back.
K9RUK, Rockford.
K9RUK. Hey, okay, Marv. I've got you checked in. Do we any more station want to check in? Please go now. Okay, Gordy, K9NEX, what's going on with you? We haven't heard you on this end quite some time. What's happening?
Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net. Yeah, I had to come in and sit down, do some computer work, so I thought I'd turn the radio on while I was in the office, and I heard you talking, so I thought I'd check in. Other than that, not a whole lot going on here. Just kind of watching the snow melt that they were talking about, so it turned into just a nice wet day, which is what we need. We need the moisture in the ground. We just don't need the snow. With that, Jimmy, I'll send it back to you, KC9NEX.
Okay, Gordy, sounds good. Hey, thanks for checking in. Don't be a stranger. Have a good evening. Well, maybe we'll probably hear it on the Monday Night Neds is on Monday night. So, thanks for checking in, Gordy. Good hearing from you. Okay, K9RUK, Marv, what's going on with you?
Hi, Jimmy. Not too much. Hey, I wanted to mention some of you hams are also model train enthusiasts, and there's going to be a model train exposition on March 29th and March 30th on Harlem. Now, it could be Harlem Community Center or it could be Harlem Junior High School. I don't know which, but it is one of those two, and it would be in Loves Park.
That's great. That's great to hear. I don't know. Many years ago, there used to be a rail hams net on the. This was before I became a ham, but then I think I don't know who was. I think N9CNW was the net control of that net there. Yeah, but that was many years ago. But that's good to hear, Marv.
Right. Years ago, me and my wife rode on the little steam train over there in Freeport. We actually were up in the cab for a while.
Well, I remember that train. My mother and I rode on Memorial Day weekend in 1990. That was fun riding that train.
Yeah, it was a gear-operated steam train. Those are kind of unusual.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Okay, Marv. Hey, thanks for checking in. Doug and Mark already checked in. So you have a good evening. We'll catch you later. This is K9G Star, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. It is just after 10 p.m., 5 minutes after 10 p.m. That means it's curfew time. Parents, you know where your children are at. Lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is now going to lockdown. Well, actually, they went into lockdown 5 minutes ago. Kerry K9MED was telling me he used to listen to the jail frequencies on his scanner every night at 10 p.m. The dispatch radios, all corrections officers. Lockdown. Lights out. Time for the jailbirds to go to bed. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Okay, do we have any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, picked two more honorary check-ins. K9FLO, Dean Loves Park, and then Roscoe, I should say, and the WX9RLT, Ricky Loves Park. Okay, any more stations that like to check in? Please call now. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I hope everybody had a good time tonight. I hope you enjoyed this net as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. Next Friday, it'll be the Friday before St. Patrick's Day. I'll ask everybody what their plans are for St. Patrick's Day, and I'm going to use green ink for my check-in. So, okay, at this time, do we have any more stations who would like to check in? Please call now. This is K9G Star, the Friday Night Fun Net, K9RFD Repeater in Rockwood. Are any more stations you want to check in at this time? All right. We'll go do the actress code. 1. The actor is considerate. He never knows he uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasure of others. 2. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and to the American Radio Relay League, to which amateur radio is represented. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps the station abreast of science. Is well-built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. 4. The amateur is friendly. So home patient sending when requested. Friendly advice and counsel to the beginner, kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. 5. And this is very important, too. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows it to interfere with any of his duties he owes his home, his job, his school, or his community. And finally, number 6, the amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. As Tony K9RFD or EC here at Stevenson County used to say, some to live by not only on the radio, but throughout life itself. Okay, we have any more stations like check in this time? Please call now. Okay, Be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the checkout counter in your grocery store. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter in your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at your local post office when you mail your letters, buy your stamps or whatever, or envelopes. Be sure you tell your bank cashier when you go to cash a check or withdraw money from your local bank. Be sure you tell your tax consultant tax season is here. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your used car dealer, your new car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun Net. More check-ins, better than that. Make sure you have valid FCC lights. I'm sorry, folks, we don't take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, spotty mouths, crackheads, dope-heads, spotheads, telemarketers. If you sit in the clubhouse, take a knee or clench your fist when the U.S. national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. If you don't back the blue, we don't take your check-ins. That's all there is to it. Oh, I hope you enjoyed the net as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. There'll be no further business. This is the last call for any station you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. With traffic, please call K9RFD. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. Okay, tune in again next week, same time, same repeater, for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Special St. Patrick's Day edition next Friday night. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR. Now closed down this Friday, March 7, 2025 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. I return the repeater to the frequency normal amateur radio use. At exactly 10:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 hours, 15 minutes Zulu time with an unofficial count of 38 seconds. 7-3, everybody, have a good evening, enjoy your weekend. This is K9GCR, wishing you all a very pleasant good night. K9YI, Scott, if that's you, go to the input and go to your preamp.